tip of my tongue type situation. The lore of The Simpsons. So yeah, Homer got that job. Apparently at the nuclear, or there's like a clip in there. He's doing it all for Maggie, right? Like Maggie is his baby child, and he's working for his boss that he, doesn't agree with or whatever. They think he's an idiot. I guess, so there's a clip in it where something happens in a Simpsons episode, and he covers up the message on his billboard, and I forget what the original message from, Burns or the nuclear reactor factory, whatever, the message. So he covers up all of the text on the billboard with whatever, the company motto. So he paints pictures of like his family. So Maggie is the symbol, it could have been Bart, could have been Lisa, doesn't matter. But Maggie, being the baby, being the last born. So he changes it, he covers the text on the billboard with family pictures to say, do it for her. So it could have been Lisa. It's in the cartoon, yeah. It's in one of the stills if you look it up. I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know. But yeah, apparently, Homer was, the lore. So just kind of why is Homer who he is, and why does he work in the nuclear, why is Matt Groening's characters who they are and what they represent, blah, blah, blah. So apparently, he was trying to do it for Maggie, So there was like a Simpsons sweepstakes. Do you remember this way back? We were like in High Top when this was happening, or maybe you were graduated. I was in Sorsum. But they had a Simpsons sweepstakes, like who killed, so-and-so, and it turned out to be Maggie. Yeah, it was Maggie that... Oh, yeah, I don't... Gotcha. Yeah. So this is crazy. It's crazy to me how they predict the shit. So this is a whole, other subsection of conversation. But apparently the people that created Futurama, the people that created Simpsons, they're in the know. That's all, they're in the know of, like, world events. Yeah, so... And I've looked into this, and this is all based on, internet research, which means literally jack shit. But then again, it means a lot, depending. But yeah, apparently, they're like, So he's a Freemason. He's in the Freemasonry Brotherhood. Matt Groening, who one of them, at least he is. So he's privy to like what sort of, that could be totally wrong. Yeah, but exactly. It makes you wonder, like, how did they make all these cartoons that literally predicted what happened later in the future? So that's the tie that someone said. Oh, he's a Freemason, he's privy to, like, personal, oh, this is going to happen, in this time frame, in this year, in the future, yada. But I don't know, man. Obviously, who fucking knows? Yeah, it could all be random, but I don't really, it doesn't seem that way to me. That's all I can say, right? That's all I can really say for sure. It doesn't seem like it's really random. Like, look at Pelosi, for example. She's the most successful stock trader in the world of all time, even better than Warren Buffett. Yeah, her and her husband. As far as exactly. She has made the most profit. But you know why? Because she's writing the fucking laws. She's been in there for, 80 fucking years? She's allowed to invest in companies, and then she writes the laws for whether or not that company, will be regulated or not. And again, I'm a total novice. I don't know what I'm talking about, but this seems to make sense. Or she's just a fucking genius. She is clairvoyant. She could be clairvoyant, Clearly they are. So apparently, a lot of these trades are recorded publicly. They have to be legally. And again, I don't know anything about any of this, but all of Nancy's trades have to be recorded. Same with anyone else. So she makes these like stock investments. And days or weeks later, she rakes in crazy fucking it's insane. She's better than anyone else. But she's been working in the government for how fucking long? And I could be wrong, I have no fucking clue. But it seems to suggest to me that she may be tied into the people that, like, know what's going to happen because they're manipulating the situation to happen. Like, COVID is a perfect example. Exactly. That shit really happens, believe it or not. It's actually, I'll tell you. What the fuck? I don't know if I understand. I don't know, your brother told me something that always stuck with me, I guess. Yeah, it's just the way civilization, like, naturally organized. Like, your brother told me something a long time ago. I can't remember when exactly, or, like, the conversation, really the details, but this really stuck with me. He's like, yeah, I should really question him on this, because it's super interesting. I'd like to follow up on it. But he said something along the lines of they've done studies with civilization, and it always organizes itself in the same way. Like the rich people always try to monopolize everyone else, and it always ends up like that somehow. Like all the small people, because most people like you and I don't really, obviously we want to succeed, we want to do well. Yeah, for some reason, 5%, they end up with like, yeah, it's weird. 1% always end up with like 90%. Yeah, like that's weird. It has to do with psychology. Like I fucking clearly have no idea, but it must come down to the human mind. Like, right? Like why are? And it's interesting because some people are, but some people are working 8-hour shifts and making $80,000. Like, yeah, so that's where I struggle, right? This is where I struggle. It really is. Like the American dream was real. It created the Rockefellers. It created the fucking Vanderbilts, all these other folks. And that makes the most sense. That if you think about it both intuitively and logically, but then you want to be motivated, right? I don't know, man.
Oh,
I'm gonna go smoke real quick.